Florida's Gulf Coast sees a lot of hurricanes, but the strength of recent storms in the region has been significantly stronger than in years past. Hurricane Milton had maximum sustained wind speeds of 165 miles an hour Tuesday evening as it continued to make its way towards the Tampa area. At least 10 counties have been ordered to evacuate, with meteorologists and politicians alike referring to it as a potentially catastrophic storm. In a social media post Monday, Florida Senator Marco Rubio said he asked the National Hurricane Center years ago what the worst storm that could hit the state would look like. He said they showed him a hurricane that looks just like Milton's forecast. CBS News chief meteorologist and hurricane specialist Ivan Cabrera joins us now from Miami. Ivan, what is making Hurricane Milton so much worse than all the other hurricanes that have swept through Florida's Gulf Coast?
Yeah, John, good to see you here. So the same reason we've had all these intensifications of late for the most part here, and it is high octane fuel in the form of sea surface temperatures that are really just caused by human-induced climate change. The oceans are warming, and that is the key to make strong hurricanes here. So as we take a look at, Milton, it has exploded into a Category 5. It did that yesterday, has gone through some fluctuations. But I'm showing you behind here, and I'll take out the satellite from Milton so you can see all the red spots you see there are well above average sea surface temperatures. The more moisture, or the higher the temperatures at the surface of the sea, the more fuel the storm has. So you see these little pockets here of red that continue to really fuel the storm. Check this out. This is the historical line here. And notice this little lobe here of really warm temperatures across the southern part of the track of the storm. It went from a Category 5, no coincidence that it moved through that area and then blew up into a Category 5. If these water temperatures were at least normal or below normal, we would not have had this explosive Category 5 storm. The evidence is right there for you. And then what I'm concerned about, John, is over the next few days, this Cat 5 is going to move over. Now, this isn't climate change here. This is just an area that is typically there. We call the loop current. That's deep, warm water. And as it passes through that could intensify the storm even more so over the next coming days, or at least maintain its status as a Cat 4 or 5.
So lingering for a moment on the warmer water, does that mean both a chance for increased frequency of hurricanes or increased power of the hurricanes, or both?
Yeah, so we'll get the frequency is going to be there, and that's going to depend on the global circulations and other factors that go into a hurricane season forecast. But the storms that do form are the ones that are capable to really reach Category 4 or 5. We had a Category 5 storm in the Atlantic late June and into early July, something we've never seen before. That's the early time that has happened, and that's a clear indication of these water temperatures that have been out of control. Each storm is different. Some are bigger, some are more compact, but the intensity is directly related to those very warm sea surface temperatures.
And remind us why the Gulf Coast is more vulnerable, or is it more vulnerable to hurricanes than other parts of the seacoast in the States?
Yeah, there are particularly areas here. Great question. As particularly the Tampa Bay area. Here's the wind field as it continues to expand. If the hurricane force winds, particularly the landfall, is to the north of Tampa Bay, that area is just prone to significant flooding. And let me show you why as we zoom in here to the area. I used to live in Tampa, and I tell you, the water has nowhere to go. If you get a storm surge that comes into Tampa Bay, look at this water. It's going to go up Hillsborough Bay, nowhere to go there. That's downtown Tampa. It's going to go through the Hillsborough River, through towns, through cities there, and then Old Tampa Bay. That's another area. So you're going to get this water that just continues to pile up into this area. Davis Island's right there, and you can see the just the coastline here. It is just prone to the worst storm surge, really potential across not just Florida, but the rest of the Gulf Coast states. And that's why we're concerned about this making the wrong landfall, meaning it to the north, and then having that storm surge come in over the next few days.
We're watching closely. Ivan Cabrera, thank you so much for that insight.